All right. I've watched now Her Majesty's Secret Service. It is the first James Bond movie that changes actors, and it's actually the only one that this particular actor is James Bond. He does not do anymore. He only does this one. I think the next one goes back to Sean Connery. It's really weird. The point is, a couple fun things. The movie didn't impress me, didn't disappoint me. I thought it was going to be more serious than the others, because nowadays I feel like James Bond is a pretty serious story character. Started off more serious, and then you meet the gaggle of ladies at one point. I'm like, okay, never mind. I see where this is going. So that was fun. I had heard that kind of turn of phrase on Her Majesty's Secret Service before. So I guess this is where it comes from, which is fun, which I guess the book this is based on is where it comes from, but that's besides the point. What really got me were two other kind of moments. One is he had to escape through this clockwork mechanism and internal machinery that was running the zip line or the gondola, and I'm like, hey, that's where it comes from. There's a Phineas and Ferb episode that parodies this, where the James Bond character parries rolls his eyes at this James Bond character who can't make his way up the big bed, and I'm like, I found it, I get it now. This is the reference. This is where it comes from, which is always so exciting. I am loving it, and I'm loving how a lot of these James Bond things seem pretty isolated, but have become synonymous with the character. The science behind the plot is kind of out there. But then again, our science in some of our spy movies is pretty out there. We just have moved past that particular plot point. So it did take some more aggressive suspension of disbelief, because I'm just that's not how, hypnotism or whatever works. That's not how any of this works. So that was a grievance. But that's besides the point. The biggest thing, the thing that stood out to me in this movie that could make or break the movie for you, is that James Bond gets married. Spoiler alert, by the way, for this really old movie. He gets married. He meets this girl in the beginning. They fall in love. They get married right at the end. You're like, oh, what's going on? Is this how they're going to end it? This is the only time this actor's in a James Bond movie. Maybe they're going to write out this version of James Bond and start over with the next ones. I don't know what else is happening other than that he's only in this. And you're like, that's wild. I can't believe James Bond is getting married. That doesn't fit the character. And then they shoot her. And I'm like, oh my God. And it was actually a pretty good plot point. Good way to get her out the way and give him this deep moment where he's sitting with her body, and you're like, oh, that's rough. You're actually a character for a change instead of this caricature of a man whore. Gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Seems to be my James Bond ranking.